the name should follow this standard. If you have a name that has two words, you should underscore between each word. Right? If you have identification, it should be ID. So each company has their own naming standard and they will follow those standards for column names, for table names, things like that. And these are decided by DBA or senior architect of the project. But managers or users of the product, they don't know what's inside the database. They just use the system, right? So they might, in the language, when they send email or send a request, they might say, I would like to see the product name, product ID, right? So I want to see something like this. Instead of seeing column, seeing result like this, I want to see result that shows like this. So if you look at the normally the query that you write, right? Select star from products, right? It shows column name as product underscore ID, right? The actual column name in the database. But somebody wants to see, instead of this name, somebody wants to see like this name, so it looks better, right? More professional. So how do you change it from this to this? Using alias, you can change it. You are not changing the actual name inside the database, it still remains like this. Only thing will change is for the display purpose, it will look like this. Okay? So the actual name inside the database will still remain in the diagram, or inside the database still remain first in there. Only thing we are changing with alias is that the way it looks on the display.
That's the query part.
On the query, if you look on the query or what you see on the result of it. Okay. So instead of product description, management would like to see product description, something like this. This is done using alias. So syntax is actual column name so you have the actual column name, this thing, as, write down the word as keyword, then whatever you want to see in double quote. This is what you want to see, you put that in a double quote. So in our case, if you want to see this one like this and this one like this, we'll say select. So actual column name is product underscore ID, as display column name product ID like this. I want to see it like this, comma, I want to see this one like this. You choose only one from product, right? Product ID.
Isn't it just more work if you use alias? Isn't that much more
it looks
simple?
more work at the beginning,
okay.
But you'll see later on that it will simplify your future work.
Okay.
First line maybe like this. And yes, it's more work here, but your end user wants to see it like this, so you have to give them what they want.
Okay.
So now the result looks like this instead of this.
So it will change the results as well.
It will only change the result and what you see. The actual column name will still remain what it was in the database. You're not changing that. With alias, you're only changing what it looks like on the query result.
The display.
Right. I can put more columns. I can keep it the original one it was before, so I can get mixture of something that I made up here and keep this another one as the original one. There's nothing wrong with it. If I want to change this one, I can say as product description. I can change both of them now. Looks like this.
So like as many columns, if I want to change 3-4 columns,
Yes.
so we have to like put 3-4
For each
times a
column,
comma.
For each
And,
column,
okay.
yes. For each column, you have to say column name,
Column
as.
name and as and then
It's a double quote?
yeah, double
It's a double quote, the what you want
double
to see.
quote.
Then comma, the next one just like that.
Oh.
Comma, next one just like that. Then last one you have to put comma from the table. So the trick, there's something, this is a change, little, this is the general rule. There are some other small differences or small changes you can make to this one. Here, this one I can also say without as. It's good to say as, but without as also works.
It will still execute.
Still do the same thing.
Okay. Well, we still have to use a double quote to bring the
Yeah, I'll
product
do that.
to that. Okay.
So if I remove as, still works. So as is good to use as, so you know what you are doing. Right? Somebody else reads your query, they will know what you are doing. You will also know in the future that I use as to change the alias. Right? If you don't use as, if you do it like this, then sometime in the future you might forget what you are doing and see what's going on, you don't know. Or somebody else comes in new, they read your query, they will not know what they're doing. So you can leave without as, you can use as, both works, but if you leave it, makes reading more nicer. The way we read this query looks more nicer. You understand the query more easily. Okay? So I write down both lines. It's up to you which one you want, but this one is more preferable than
But when
this one.
okay, that's on.
The both works.
Yeah.
So in the interview, someone says, can you, in the alias, can you use as, do you have to use as, or you don't have to use as, you don't have to use as. It still works. Right? If you use it, it makes the reading more nicer, more understandable. So we use double quote. Can you not use double quote? Can you use, how about this? Why do you have to use double quote?
To specify the name.
Gives me an error. Right? With double quote doesn't give me error.
So, like specifically we want to change the name, then we need to put the double quote, right?
Yes. If I change it to like this, and double quote. So the difference is if you have a space in the name.
Oh,
If you have a space between the name, inside the name, you need to put double quote.
it
around
should be double quote, and if there is no
Otherwise,
space, oh,
if you don't put space, it doesn't know which one, this is the name or this is the name. It doesn't know that. So you have to tell, okay, this whole thing is the name. Right? Now it understands that this whole thing is the display name. If I only want this one as the display name, like this, I don't need to put double quote. It will work just like that. Because there is no space inside the name, right? I can put a space here, it doesn't hurt. It will still work. Right? Still works. But without the space it will also work because there's
Single name.
nothing, no space, no empty space inside the name. Okay? So these are the two different small differences that you can, with using alias, that you can rewrite your alias differently. Still alias works. Okay? Can I do this? Instead of description, can I change this to same name as this one? Normally, in a column, in a table, you cannot have two columns with the same name. Look at our table, cannot have two columns with the same name, right? But for display purpose, can you name two things same?
yes. Because we are not changing in the database, we are just
Right,
like
you're not
displaying
changing, right. So you can-
yeah.
But it looks confusing, so you can right, but you can do that.
We are just displaying
For
the
display,
result,
right,
we are
right.
not changing in
Right.
the system.
The actual name still the
Still the
what-
same.
Right. Here you cannot use duplicate names.
Mhm.
Right. But in the result, you can using alias, you
Mhm.
can change the name to look like same column. But it looks confusing, so you will not be should be doing this unless you need to do it. So, but you can do it. That's the make sense?
Mhm.
Alias. So you can use, if you have space, you need to use double quote. As is optional. If you use it, that's good. If you don't use it, still okay. Some company will require that you use as some DBAs or some senior developer or senior your lead, your team lead or your senior tester. They will say you can choose your own standard. Usually, a project has their own standard, the way you write code is, so they also have to follow whatever we have done before. So you need to figure out what they're doing, how they're doing it.
हाँ ये मैंने साथ ही रेट किया तो वहाँ कॉपी करने के बजाय इसके साथ रेट किया तो ये एप्लीकेशन के लिए कि यहाँ शो में ये डाल देना तो ये एग्जीक्यूट नहीं होगा हाँ ये हाँ हाँ तो वो बजाय कॉपी पे लिखने के कॉपी खोलो देखो तो इसको अगर एंटर करो और ये दो वो इस तरह से करता तो वो एग्जीक्यूशन नहीं है इसके
वैसे तो कॉपी मिलेगी आपको एंड में ना
एंड
द
में
वीडियो
मुझे
है
लेकिन फॉर योर लाइक ओन
वैसे बता रहा हूँ you still get a copy of
You
it.
get a copy of
Copy
this
तो
at the
देंगे
end,
तो
but I don't give right now because I want you to type on your own right now. So just practice it. If I give you right now, you will not type.
yeah,
I
that's
know
what
that.
we are talking.
Yeah, you know you will not type right now, so I'm not giving you.
We will done in like only in one day.
So we'll do a review right now, and I'll do the other part. So select everything, right? You want to select everything from one table name, just to select star, right? Gives you everything from a table. Make sense? Gives you all rows, all columns. Select star from a vector. Gives you everything from a vector. If you want to name the columns you want, what does this query gives you? Sometimes in interview, what they will do is that they will give you a query. They will tell you what does the query do. They will give a query like this. They will give a diagram like this, and can ask you what does this query do. You have to figure out, looking at the query and the diagram, what is the result.
There is also and
This is not the query. Actual query. This is the actual query. What does this query do?
it will display the quantity, product name, product code from products.
So just simple, just display these things. So it says modify the above query to say product name instead of product name. How do you write? How do you answer this? So modify this query to say product name instead of product name.
Use
So
alias.
How do you do that?
So select quantity / product name underscore as So it's 3 way to do it. We could use either
Anyway,
one.
anyway.
Yeah, we could use double quote product name, or we could not use the double quote. We could space it. So either way.
Because there is
and
no
then
space, so
from
we will not use the double quote.
product code as product and no space. You don't have to use the double quote.
Yeah, I don't have to use double quote. If I want to use, I can use. If I don't want to use, I don't have to use. Standard is to use double quote. Standard is to use as. So leave them on. It makes your query looks nicer. So I leave them on. Any question on this one? This query is select star, then you have to select, name the columns, then how to change the column names to discover using as or not using as. Put in the double
Yes.
quotes. Any questions, any comments? Easy?
One thing has been on my mind when you put everything, you say select star from
Hmm?
products, right? That will bring out everything, right?
Everything. All the rows, all the
So
rows.
product, then we have manufacturer, we have cost. Why we only selecting from products? Why is that?
You can select from other tables, you have to join them, you have to relate to them.
Because all the other tables are related to the product. They are joined with the product. Is this why?
So if
They
you
can-
want to get data from other tables also, we
Okay.
have to join them. There's another part you will learn later on.
Okay.
Right now we are only getting data from one table, right? Select star from products, only thing.
Because everything is connected with the
Right.
product.
Those are
This is
connected
why.
to products,
Okay.
right? So if I want to get data from there, I have to tell the SQL how do I connect them? How should I connect them?
Mm-hmm.
How should I join them? How are they related?
Okay.
And then it will give me data from those tables also.
I see.
Right now I'm not telling it,
Okay.
give me data from those tables. I'm just telling it, give me data from products table.
Products, and it will automatically pull everything that's connected to it.
Right now it's not doing it, but I didn't ask it to give me data from other tables.
Okay.
If I ask it to give me data from products, from cost, from manufacturer, then I have to tell it that give me data from products, join it with cost, join it.
Oh, that's
with-
join and the
Yes,
join that
yes.
we'll learn at the end. Okay.
And tell it how should I join them. What's the
So we
point?
will
you will
join the
provide
two
it.
tables together, right?
You can join two,
Yeah.
you can join three, you can join
Yeah,
multiple.
in a like in a join the rotor join.
We'll come to that later on, yes. But yeah, you have to tell it.
Okay.
Unless you tell it, it's not going to do it for you. You
Okay.
tell it that join these two tables, give me everything from these two tables.
Understandable. Thank you.
Any other questions? Everyone wants to say something about themselves. You don't have to read this one.
Not
How would you
ready.
introduce yourself? If you go to interview, right?
Not ready.
Hmm?
Not ready.
How would you introduce yourself? Go to interview, go to any job. Let's forget about QA job. Right? Go to you apply for any job. Any store, Walmart, Macy's, any company, anywhere you go.
So
They
we
go
can
to
introduce
interview.
ourselves as right now we are
Yes,
doing
go
our
ahead,
job.
you can go ahead,
Yeah.
yes. You have to read this, just introduce yourself.